Welcome, my darlings, to another video where I show you new fragrances. And not all of them are new, but they're definitely new to me and to this channel. So let's start, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps me gain popularity. No, but seriously, please do subscribe because it really helps my channel to grow and be more visible and build our beautiful community. So please, please, please subscribe. Anyways, let's start with fragrances from a Arabian brand, Riffs. They sent me kindly quite a bit of perfumes and I'm very excited to tell you all about them. So let's start with something that I thought I would not go back to after I've done my Delina dupes video. I thought we were done. I really thought we were done, but we're not, because I found something so good, and that is from Riffs, aka Nusuk, because this is, I think, like a brand under the same umbrella, and it's called Nusuk, and this is Ajwaa or Ajwaa. And it has this beautiful velour bottle that I am obsessed with. I told you, I wish the real Delinas came in velour bottles. I love velour bottles. They are so easy to clean. They do not have the fingerprints. I love them. Anyways, Ajwaa is pretty much our cross between the Delina Original and the Delina Exclusive, even though the notes are more leaning towards the original Delina. We have lychee, nutmeg, and bergamot. Then we have Turkish rose, vanilla, musk, and peony. And in the base, we've got vanilla, cashmere, incense, and cedar. So definitely more leaning towards the original Delina in terms of the notes, but to my nose, which I'm gonna sneeze. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. This is like a nice cross. You definitely get that original Delina vibe, maybe even fresher. But as it's drying down, I find it to have more like musky, woody vanilla base. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. The first couple of seconds will not really remind you of Delina / exclusive that much because it has more of a fresher burst and more like even leaning aquatic, very citrusy. But after like 30 seconds, you definitely start getting the Delina vibe with some aspects of Delina exclusive, especially that vanilla. Which is like a fluffy cloud vanilla. If you know Delina exclusive, you know what I'm talking about. This is like a 60% Delina OG and 40 exclusive, and I really, really love it. I've been wearing it since I got it to test the longevity, and I must say it's very, very nice. I get 7 to 8 hours with moderate longevity, and the price is just fantastic. So we cannot go wrong with this one. If you are a fan of all the Delinas, then there you have another great dupe in a lovely packaging. Lovely packaging. Okay, the next fragrance, I am truly not sure what it is a clone for or if it is a clone at all. So after I read you the notes and tell you how it smells, maybe you will instruct me and give me a hint of what it might be. This is Bella Rouge, also from Riffs, but this is the actual Riffs as a brand. And I must say the bottle is very pretty because you get this really cool, how do I even describe it? It kind of looks like unsmashed pepper. It looks cute. It looks cute, and the bow, and yeah, it's nice and heavy bottle. Very nice presentation. Maybe not entirely my vibe, but I can appreciate it. So this is Bella Rouge, and this one starts off with bergamot and orange, so sweet citruses. Then you have rose and peony, And then in the base, you've got patchouli, amber, and musk. So the situation here is quite simple, nothing crazy of a structure. It's definitely not Portrait of a Lady. It's definitely nothing like that. But it does smell of a very elegant, more mature leaning rose. Like a nice, elegant lady, a rich woman, you know, strolling around the streets of Paris or something like that. Yeah, that's how I would imagine this fragrance be born. It's so nice because it's not your, you know, super sweet, gloopy, fresh, fruity, floral scent that we have so many of on the market. This is definitely more toned down on the sweetness. This is more on that rose flow. It's very, very nice and very elegant. Again, I do not know what it might be inspired by. I'm truly unsure. Sometimes I feel like I know all the perfumes, but then I catch myself not knowing anything. You know, this is how it is when you dig deep into a topic. You suddenly feel like you don't know anything. So this one is very nice. It has very nice performance. And if you are a fan of beautiful roses, but not like, don't think like granny rose. I hate this word, but you get what I'm saying. It's not an old school rose. It's still contemporary, but very elegant and very like smooth and subdued, yet it does project. So I really like it. To all my rose lovers, I think you might really, really enjoy this one from Riffs. Again, the price is perfect for Riffs fragrances, so you can try and really not regret it if you don't love it that much. Same with the rest. You know, it's not that painful if it turns out to be not your scent. But I think that if you like roses and you like more mature scents, you will definitely adore it. Next fragrance is definitely a clone for Jean Paul Gaultier Scandale. And I feel like this is the actual dupe for the original Scandale, which is the most honey one. And this is a Rose de Soleil from Riffs. And the bottle definitely does resemble the Scandale packaging, with just this being as extra as with the original. So this is a white honey. I mean, yeah, you can say it's white honey here because it's not black honey, but I meant white floral honey fragrance. So you have mandarin and orange, you have gardenia honey, jasmine and peach, and then you have beeswax, patchouli, licorice, and caramel. And I must say, I really, really enjoy this scent, to the point that I think I enjoy it more than the original Scandale, which I don't have anymore. I only left Scandale by Night in my collection. But this one honestly, I kind of like more than the actual Jean Paul Gaultier Scandales, even the by Night. There's something about it that really, really gives me life. I think it's the beeswax and the caramel and a very prominent peach. Now, of course, if you do not like honey fragrances, this is not going to be for you. But if you are a fan of Scandal line, this is really good. This is really, really nice. I'm definitely going to use it, especially now for fall and winter. It's going to be perfect. And again, I am hopeless again because I thought I might use up my Scandal by Night this fall and winter, but apparently I think I might reach for this one more. So yeah, I hope I'm gonna mix them. That's the plan. That's the initial plan, but I really, really like it. The longevity is great. It's really, really good. And again, it's more leaning towards the original Scandal. But I like it way more. I think it's the caramel, the beeswax. It is more sweet, but it's also a bit less honey. So that's why I like it. It's still a honey scent, but for some reason I like it more. I like it more. It has more twists to it, and it's not so honey polarizing. You definitely get more of those white florals, and you get that caramel. So I'm leaning more towards this one comparing to the OG. So that is Soleil, Rose de Soleil, sorry, from Riffs. And the last one from Riffs is Shanaya. And I actually asked for this fragrance because I saw it online and I got very interested because, again, I really like the packaging and the notes seems to be very appealing to me because here we have heliotrope, tangerine and orchid. Then we have some tropical fruits, musk, sandalwood and vanilla. And what people compare this fragrance to the most is Latafayara, which honestly I do not agree at all. It doesn't even have a vibe of it. Let me show you the bottle. The presentation is cute. Very Arabian and very cute. So there you have it. For me, this fragrance, I would describe it as tropical soapy. That's how I would describe it. I think many people will love it, but also many people will not love it so much. I'm just honest here. Because I was actually hoping for a little bit more of that tropical touch. You still do get it in a tropical way. Those fruits definitely deliver some tropical facet. But it's also quite soapy. And I think it's because of the, let me read the notes once again. I think it's the combination between heliotrope and musk, and that tangerine also plays a role here. But it's nice. It's nice. You know what? This is a perfect fragrance to be worn fresh out of the shower if you want to feel clean, but you still like fruity facets in your fragrances. The vanilla here is very prominent as well. So is the musk. And I would mainly consider this fragrance as like a tropical fruity, slightly soapy vanilla scent. It's very nice. I know not everybody will adore it. Like, for example, I personally do not really love Yara from Latafa, the original one. So I think it's going to be the same thing. Nevertheless, it's a very, very pleasant scent. It's pleasant to the nose. It's pleasant to the environment. And I do see myself wearing it. I definitely do. So we'll see about that, and I will keep on testing. So that, I think, is all when it comes to Riffs fragrances. Now I'm gonna share with you a fragrance that I bought myself, and I was actually influenced by my friend here on YouTube, AI the Great. For some reason, as of recently, I've been very, very inspired by her. And that's a good thing. She has a great taste, so yeah. She talked about the fragrance that I didn't even know of. I met the brand a couple of times already, but I, for some reason, never reached for this particular scent. I don't know why. One time I spent almost an hour at their counter, but for some reason I was more like interested in their white collection and just talking to them, blah, blah, blah. And I never ever tried this one. And when Aisha featured it in one of her last videos, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to have it. The notes are right up my alley. And that is Amororud Midnight Rose. And it comes in this beautiful packaging. You have the beautiful pouch for your fragrance. So nice to travel with. And here's the bottle. All Amororud fragrances come in such shaped bottles, but they have different colors. So this one is a rose, citrus, fruity, tropical scent. And I must say it's absolutely beautiful. Many people compare it to Byredo, etc., etc. But honestly, I don't really see one fragrance that would truly be like this. this is very, very unique in my opinion. And I absolutely love the note structure. So it starts off with lychee and pomelo. Then you have mate, the tea. Then you have red rose, lily, and iris. And in the base, you have amber, agarwood, and labdanum. But do not be worried about that heavier base, because this fragrance overall is very, very sweet and extra feminine. Extra feminine. I think it is one of the most feminine fragrance from the whole Amororud line. So let me just spray it on myself. Oh yeah. Now again, if you love rose, you will die for this, because this is a rose, like a true, juicy, proper rose, definitely Arabian leaning, with a hint of oud and beautiful sweet amber, but those tropical fruits like lychee and pomelo give it so much. They just give it so much. In general, you guys know that the combination between lychee and rose is super popular in perfumery, especially after the Lina was released. So this is no surprise. However, in here, it all plays differently. This is truly a midnight kind of a fragrance. It is very sexy. It is very alluring. It is absolutely feminine. Like, you guys know my boyfriend steals a lot of fragrances from me and he tries them on himself because he's just very curious. But this one he didn't even want to put on his hand. That's how feminine it leans to him. So I think that's topic's done. This is only gonna be my scent, which makes me very happy because it is 10 out of 10 of a rose oud combination. Still, you know, being very, very common genre, rose and oud, they still did something quite unexpected and quite unique. This is a fragrance that, even though it's darker, as it dries down, you know, you have that very juicy, very Arabian leaning rose and that heavier base, but the fruits give it so much youthfulness and flirtiness and some kick, you know. It's not like only that heavy rose and oud. No, there's so much more to it. That sweetness and the tanginess, I love it. I do get a little bit of iris, but really not much. This is just like a powdery hint that I get, and that's it. I mainly get rose, pomelo, and lychee, and amber with a little bit of oud in the dry down, but this is so well blended. It lasts forever. It's truly a beast. I love it. I'm very, very happy that I bought it because it is a banger, and I wish I knew about it sooner, but still, thank you, Aisha, for introducing this to my world. And then we have another fragrance that I bought, which is from Fragrance World, and I've been trying to catch it for a while. However, I have an issue, especially with new releases from Latafa. It's not even, I'm not even gonna comment. Like, I feel like Europe is the last continent where new Latafas come in. I still cannot get my hands on Yara Candy or Her Confessions or so many others that I want to try. Angam, still nowhere to be found in Europe, which is a massive, massive bummer for me. But I finally traced down this one from Fragrance World, and this is Diwani Cairo. And by the way, I have been to Cairo many, many times, and I really like the city, even though it's loud AF. And, you know, honestly, you do have to be a little bit careful there. But I still love Cairo, nevertheless. So I was really excited for this. This is a sweet, fruity caramel scent. And this is definitely heavily inspired by none other but Love Don't Be Shy. And I really, really love it because it does have a lot of similarities, but also it's done differently, if you get what I'm saying. It's an inspiration It's the same genre, it's the same tone of the fragrance. You would use it for the same occasions you use Love Don't Be Shy. However, it has its own beautiful twist and the notes are different. So in here we have dewberry, which I love. It's such a Polish thing, dewberries, blackcurrant, cotton candy, jasmine and neroli, and then in the base you have vanilla, amber and musk. So a very typical dry down. And this one is so pretty, so sweet, so very much satisfying. If you love Kilian version, you're gonna be definitely satisfied. But this one has its own thing. It's not an exact dupe at all. If you want an exact dupe, you should go for Riffs brand. Riffs has a fragrance called Ciao. And also you should go for Maison Asrar Fahama. They're like one-to-one dupes for Love Don't Be Shy. This one, it's not exactly that. I would say the tone is very similar. You still have that sweet, plush, neroli, sugary sweet of a fragrance, but this one is very fruity, like a sour fruity, because you have dewberry and you have blackcurrant. So this changes really everything. And I really like wearing this. I haven't tried any other from this line because there's more. I think there's one Beirut and some other one. But I started with Cairo, and maybe if you really want me to, I will try more. But this one, for all my Oriana / Love Don't Be Shy lovers, you definitely should check this out because it's super, super nice. It's very girly, sweet. Think of Love Don't Be Shy, but less caramelly and more fruity. And it has like slight souriness from the fruits, but it's good, good, good. Alright, the next fragrance that I have, and I think it's gonna be the last one, is from Khadlaj. They finally sent me something I really wanted to try because you guys have been just bombarding me about the scent, okay, in the comments. I finally have in my hands Karus Secret Mask. And this is a dupe for Montal's Arabian Tonka, which you guys know is one of my favorite fragrances. I have 2 backups of it. I always travel with it because, you know, not only it's like a trusty goodie night out scent, it never fails me, but it also is very nice to travel because you have an aluminium bottle. And this one is your cheap yet still very, very quality, very, very good version. The notes differ slightly. This one is not as complex, but the scents are very, very similar. So in here you have musk and sugary notes. You have tonka chocolate and rose. And in the top you have saffron and red fruits. So again, the overall composition is not exactly the same. So in Arabian Tonka, again, the notes are slightly different. You have saffron and bergamot, you have agarwood and Bulgarian rose, and then you have tonka sugarcane, amber, white musk, and oak musk. So they are very, very similar. It's just that Montal is, to me, more sweet and more dense, and also because of oak moss and the saffron combination, it kind of leans more into Baccarat Rouge, whereas this one leans less into Baccarat Rouge. But guys, honestly, they're pretty much identical. This one I would say is a bit smoother. This one has chocolate, Montal doesn't. So maybe this one is a little bit more gourmand. I would say actually this is a cross in 80% Montal Arabian Tonka and give it 20% of Lancôme Oud Bouquet. That's what it is. Because in Lancôme Oud Bouquet you have that beautiful rose, oud and praline. And I think they tried to not only make a Arabian Tonka dupe but also give some get some inspiration from Oud Bouquet. And this to me is a cross. It's not as in your face as Oud Bouquet. I told you it's only like 20% of Oud Bouquet here, but it's still there. So if you love both fragrances, here's your perfect version, 2-in-1. So that is Khadlaj Karus Secret Mask. It's phenomenal. I love it. And of course, as most Khadlaj, it's a beast. And you cannot beat it. And you cannot beat the price. Alright guys, I think that's it for today. I think the next video is gonna be very specific. It's gonna be one topic oriented, so stay tuned for that, because you guys have been asking me for more videos like this. So I've been doing my research, so there you go. And that is it for today. Again, please don't forget to subscribe and everything that I talk about. If I find the links, they are always in the description box. So love you and see you in the next video. Bye.